exceptional guests here with me. I have, as always, Brandon from Kuyon Reader and B-Rad. What's up, B-Rad?
Not much. I'm excited to be on this. I'm not gonna lie. It's awesome that today kind of worked out that I could be on here, and I'm thrilled.
Yeah, I'm happy that we were all able to get together. I know we all kind of have crazy schedules, and I know at least Brandon and I are dealing with the crazy cold weather. I don't know where you're at, but we're kind of in the middle of a freezing temperatures and snowstorms and stuff.
I'm in Western Pennsylvania, and we have about 12 inches of snow, and that's kind of the reason that I able to do this tonight because I got called off of work, told not to even come in.
Hey, well, thank goodness for snow, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna start off by doing something that we haven't done. I know that you guys kind of know a little bit of who I am and what my kind of reading journey has been. But since we have another new guest today we're going to do something a little bit different, which is called Origin Story. So I'm going to ask these guys a series of questions about their reading journey, and they're going to answer. And it's kind of based around your generic superhero origin story. So we're going to talk about what kind of got them started reading, what their reading journey has been, and we'll go from there. So let's start off with you, Brad, since you are the newest guest. Um, who is your reading Uncle Ben? What character death in a story was the most impactful for you?
Character death. Oh, honestly, I'm gonna have to go with EO in Red Rising. Like now, I read two series before I got to Red Rising, but I think that whole opening death and how it started the series really just locked me in. Like I was getting ready to go from the get go and I couldn't stop reading it. So that's probably my answer.
Yeah. What about you, Brandon?
Oh, character death. If I'm not leaning on recency bias and going with anybody from Red Rising, because that could be like, ugh, that's a lot of people. I'm gonna have to go. Like the most shocking for me was what got me into reading was Animorphs when I was a kid. Uh, it was a great series, and I think I mean first book when I don't have. Do y'all? I think Brad knows what Animorphs is. Do you
I
know what
yeah,
Animorphs is, Casey?
I know what Animorphs is.
Okay. So the Prince Elfangor dude, that dies in the first book, the one that gives them their powers pretty much. That was pretty crazy for me because he went out like a champ, but it was still like wow, this is a kid's book and this is kind of
Brutal.
graphic. Yeah, he went out. It's pretty bad. But yep, that's got to be mine. I think Casey's frozen. There he is. Can you hear me?
It's the Black Beatles challenge. Ah,
Oh, we lost him.
so
Hopefully he'll be back in a second.
welcome to the welcome to the Old and Young podcast. This is B Rad, and then I got the fossil next to me. So Brandon, tell me what you're currently reading.
Currently, I am currently reading Shadow of the Gods.
How are you liking it? Actually, I know this answer because you text me anytime something good happens.
It's, it's very good so far. Hey, he's back.
Uh,
Yeah,
Scenery
I'm back.
change.
Sorry, my internet just decides to give out sometimes. So I'm back in a slightly different position, but I'm back.
Cut. Take two.
We'll keep that intro.
Oh, Casey,
What are
you got
you?
some gold in between there too.
He did.
Oh man,
He did.
You
I'm
got a
excited for
blooper.
it. I'm excited for you guys to. I'm excited to hear your guys' riff for the first time in there. um, so what is your guys' inciting incident? What was kind of the thing that got you reading in the first place? I know you kind of talked about yours being Animorphs a little bit, but what was yours, Brandon?
Ooh, Brandon, you know this because we've talked about this several times. It was actually my wife and a very unsuspecting, or a series that you really don't think looking at me, I would have read, and that was A Court of Thorns and Roses. Um, which that's kind of how this reading journey for me started. I read that. I was scarred a little bit for life, but the series was good. But then I read Throne of Glass, and absolutely, that's what kickstarted everything for me. Um, so I wouldn't say like an inciting moment, but more like a series that really jolted me into a reading bit.
Yeah. And Brandon, do you have more to add to your kind of story, or what kind of was the beginning of your journey?
I mean, as far as reading, I don't really think I read until I moved to my mom's house, and then
In
I think it was just book
1463.
fairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. After we finished the Oregon Trail, we settled down in Louisiana, and it was wayside school books and stuff like that. But then it was Animorphs. I think I was like 11 when the Animorphs series started, like book
Yeah.
wise. Maybe I was a little older. I don't remember, but um, anyway, yeah. And then like my first grown up book was Jurassic Park. I remember reading Jurassic Park when I was like 13, and my mind was just
Absolutely blown.
yeah. And past that, just
Yeah.
history nerd stuff.
Yeah. All right. Who is your book Lois Lane? So who is your like someone in a book or a novel that you would date if you had the option?
Oh, that I would date.
Yeah.
Manon Blackbeak from the Throne of Glass series, hands down. Any time, any place, anywhere.
All right.
Brandon,
What about you, Brandon?
you would love her.
I need to get back to it. I started it. I got so much stuff on my TBR. I really need like a more linear reading journey because
You want me to make you a schedule?
I probably need
I was
one,
gonna say I can
honestly.
make you I can make you a list, but it's just gonna be the Cosmere.
I'm
Yeah,
in the
see,
middle of that journey.
Yeah. How far
in
into it
case,
are you?
Oathbringer.
Nice. You're at a good spot. I love Oathbringer. Oathbringer was probably my favorite when I read it.
Casey's a hardcore Sando stan.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I do love me some Brando Sando.
see, I'm a John Gwynn grandson, I would say.
Yeah,
That's
I've
fair.
dubbed a new word for that. I even sent it to him because I was trying to get him to shout out Teeks, and I called myself a Gwynonite.
A Gwynnonite? Yep, that's
Yeah,
our new
I like
religion.
it. I like it.
That's awesome.
Casey, have you ever read any Gwyn?
Awesome. No, I haven't. It's on my list, but I have not read any
Do you
yet.
have an Amazon wish list, Casey?
No, but I'm working on making one.
I'm
There you
gonna
go.
send you some Gwyn. You need to put
All
some
right,
Gwyn
deal.
on there.
Yeah,
Deal.
I'm I'm halfway through Shadow of the Gods, and it's my first Gwyn book, and I get the hype now. Like his writing
I've
style, it's pretty superb.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about it. I've wanted to read some, but I was buried in the Cosmere. Like my mission last year was to read the whole Cosmere in 1 year, and I did it. And I even had time to read like the first three books in Red Rising, and I like started a few other things. But this year, my endeavor is Wheel of Time, but it is start off slower. So yeah.
There's not enough time in the year for Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I was looking at all of the book times, and they are, yeah, it's gonna take me longer than a year. But luckily, once my job kind of gets rolling, I can kind of just pop my earbuds in and like listen for like solid 3-4 hours in the afternoon. But until it gets to then, it's kind of like, yeah. Plus, I have an hour drive every day, so that's normally when I get a lot of my like listening in.
I used to do that, and it was podcasts, but now it's audiobooks.
Yeah, I still listen to a lot of podcasts. What are you guys' favorite podcasts?
Oh, Myths and
Two Bear,
Legends. Go ahead.
Two Bears, One Cave.
I was
Yeah, I
gonna
love
say
Two
because he's
Bears.
gonna say the same ones I listen to, so I'm just gonna have to play off him.
If Joe Rogan has somebody that's interests me, I'll listen to it. And then
Yeah,
you
that's the same
have
way that I am.
the Kill Tony podcast, which is just stand-up comedy. I don't know. I love listening to it.
Nice.
Uh,
I listen to. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I listen to two like my main like weekly ones that I listen to every week are like Utako's Anonymous, which is NC Hammer, 23, and Danny Mata, and then I listen to the Escape Pod podcast, which is like with Fellow and Hat Guy, and they are both like one's like an anime podcast and one's like a more general pop culture podcast. And then I have like a bunch of other like I have like a true crime podcast and I have like a news podcast and like I have a bunch of other random ones. But those are like my two like weekly ones that I listen to.
I'm big into there's a podcast called Myths and Legends. I think I said that. It's just mythology. He does different themes every week. It's good stuff. Matt and Shane's secret podcast because Shane Gillis is a huge history nerd, so I love listening to him.
He's an idiot, but he's hilarious.
He
So
is.
funny, but he's a
Pennsylvania.
dingus, yeah.
Let's see. What was the? I can't think of the. There's a good one called "This Is Why We Drink." That's what it is. Yeah, and it's a good one. I have to look at my Spotify. I'm too old to remember all this stuff.
Well,
I'm just throwing some low hanging fruit at Brad so he could just pick on me.
Yeah. Well,
last podcast on the left. Okay, I just remembered it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the last one.
All right. Well, since it's probably going to be your bedtime here soon, Brandon, I guess we should probably get to talking about the Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 2 finale. Did both of you guys watch it, and what did you think if you did?
Yes.
I have issues.
I have major issues, but I'll let you guys go first.
I'm letting the expert go.
I feel like we lean too hard on the dramatic action sequences.
Yeah.
The tree, Clarice getting her butt kicked by Chris. Like, how does a child of a minor god beat up the daughter of Ares? I just don't see it. Like, I know she trusted him. I know she had like a crush on him or whatever, but I didn't like that. The whole Percy and the prophecy, and just like the gods feel so much more evil in the show than they do in the book. There's so much gray area that they work into this show that just kind of irks me. Like, sometimes I just want the black and white good versus evil. I don't want the good guys are really evil and the bad guys aren't so bad. Sometimes I want a cookie cutter. I want it all in the box. Just follow the script.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Brandon, you honestly hit all of my points there, and I just feel like you kind of lose a bit from the novel with the show in some ways, like the gray, dark area, all that, and just the same that Brandon was saying, the good versus evil. He took literally all the words out of my mouth for what I wanted to say.
My bad. And can we just state that Allison Sims sucks so bad? She's a terrible character addition. Yes. I hate her so much. What does she bring to the table other than angst?
Nothing. Absolutely.
She's
nothing.
Just no fun.
Yeah. the best character addition, and I'll stand by this, is the Aphrodite kid from episode 7, because we're getting introduced to some of the abilities that Uncle Rick introduced later in the series earlier on. And so it's kind of fixing some of the character continuity that kind of got messed up by like the later on world building that he added on. They're going back and fixing some of that, so that's nice. But adding Allison makes absolutely no sense. You could have had a kid of like a child of minor gods in her position and get the audience used to, okay, this is about the minor gods, and you could like start introducing that idea now. But instead you have a child of a major Olympian. And again, in this, I like it even less because we don't really talk about, like, it doesn't mention the minor gods at all in this season. So that's like one of the biggest complaints, and I really, really disagree with that. Overall, I thought it was like a fun like the episode was very fun. It was very fun to watch, and like the big flashy spectacle was enjoyable. But it's like the Stranger Things season finale, where it's candy, it's sweet, it's fun to watch, but it is ultimately unsatisfying, and it leaves
Gives you a tummy
wanting
ache.
more. Yeah, exactly.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Exactly.
Diabetes.
There's one glaring omission in the finale too, and honestly, I think this is what I'm most salty about. Where are the party ponies?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, the party ponies are the best part about Quran because it's like now you know why he's so serious, but they're also party pony. I didn't like that they got left out. I'm not gonna lie. You
No.
added people I didn't like, and then you took out the ones I did.
And
Neutered
it
my
sets
show.
up for well, and it sets up that they get introduced here, and then serious spoilers for the end of the book series, but at a later date they are a very important part of one of the, like, it's a part of like the Avengers style
Yeah.
ending at the end of the series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Battle of New York. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, like, it's not having them come in here really just feels like you're not setting up stuff in the future, which is the show's biggest problem, is that it fails. Like, that was the biggest problem in the first season, is that they didn't set stuff up, so it all felt underwhelming. And now I feel like they're failing to set up stuff for the future again.
Yeah, there's just too many holes that if you've read the series, you're like, how is this going to end up? You know what I mean? With what they've done so far.
One of the other things that I wanted to talk about for a second is the fact that Thalia Grace should not be on the side of the Olympians in this next season. Her father, Zeus, forcibly turned her into a tree and took away her ability to choose, and took away years of her life with Annabeth. And it was stated in this last season that she knows Luke better than she knows Annabeth. She spent more time on the run with Luke than she did with Annabeth. Her dad just turned her into a tree, and Kronos,
which
has
they
never turned her
retconned.
into a tree. Yeah, well, and she wasn't like dying. She wasn't mortally wounded. She was just there to like she was getting talked to by the fates, and they gave her the information about the prophecy. And instead of letting her go free, Zeus turned her into a tree. Like, it's crazy.
Which made him even, more bad guy. More that the gods are bad guys.
Yeah.
It's irksome. I don't know. And why, I went and I was rewatching other episodes, just trying to soak more stuff in, which is the terrible thing to do. Why is she British?
Yeah. And is Jason gonna be British too?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I feel like he has
confused.
to be.
I feel like he has to be too, because like Zeus, I don't think he was British, was he? So their mom has to be British. So,
and in all due fairness, taking over for Lance Reddick is impossible. That's like when they replaced Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that dude just doesn't hit as Zeus. Uh,
No,
um,
he does feel like the Zeus from the Odyssey, though. Like he doesn't feel like the Percy Jackson and the Olympians Zeus, but he does feel like the Zeus from the Odyssey. I mean that is completely a move that the like original Greek mythology Zeus would do.
oh yeah.
He basically he ruined Odysseus's like second chance to get home because his crew mutinied on him and they ate some of Apollo's sacred cows. So like it really does feel like we're getting the um Odyssey version of Zeus, but the Percy Jackson version of some of the other gods. So it's kind of a whiplash in tone there.
Yeah.
It's that move to mature the show some. I just don't kind of understand. Like, don't forget it's YA. Like
It's
after the
like
fifth time Luke punched Percy in the face, I'm like, who's gonna step in at some point? Like he's getting the snot kicked out of him.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
was
like the show
brutal.
I feel like the show has some instances of YA, and then like you were saying, it's just incorporating adult actions too into it. And it's like they don't know what direction they want to take the show.
Yeah, it's either you need to lean further into the YA aspects of it, where this is a show for this is a show adapting a very popular novel that is for kids. Like I am rereading the third book right now, and while it starts to deal with a little bit more mature themes, it is still very clearly a book for young adults. It is not
Mm-hmm.
an adult novel, and so. It's important to remember like what you're doing. So if you're wanting to make this into an adult show, then you have to step up that production level and step up the rest of it with it. But you can't ride the fact that this is a kid show on your production value and your that sort of stuff, and then simultaneously skew more adult with your themes and that sort of thing. I feel like you're just kind of mixing your like remember who your audience is for. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's one thing if you're doing what Avatar did and you're setting it and you're dressing it up as an adult or as a kid show, but it's really an adult show. But that's not what they're doing because they still have very like the production value is not that of Avatar. It's not to the level that Avatar was, and the storytelling isn't to the level that Avatar was. So it's not that. It's just that they're not doing as good of a job.
Yeah, I agree. I hate to say it, but it's more of a pen and paper issue than it is anything else to me.
Yeah.
Well, what are we've been fairly negative up to this point. What are you guys's? What are some of the positives that you guys have about this episode and possibly even the season?
I personally think the production quality of the whole show is amazing. Um, I I'm a big film guy, so I like when things look nice. And overall, I really do think they did a great job with how everything progressed. And I don't know, I'm kind of spitballing right now. I wish I would have had a little more time to prepare, but that's
No,
just what
you're
I
all
can
right.
think of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree.
What do you?
At worst, it's a very fun, visually appealing show to watch. And
Yeah.
like nothing's perfect. Nothing's ever going to be a perfect transcription from. And we've touched on that. Going from written word to film, it's impossible to capture the same kind of tones. I just kind of hope we don't keep changing things so much. Like you can wobble off the path a little bit, but you don't want to get too far off the. And I feel like towards the end we started to wobble a little too much.
Especially with the Thalia decision, like that legitimately baffles me because I feel like that is a choice that cannot let her end up in the same position that she does at the beginning of the next book. like the literal first line of the next book, Percy describes her as a friend, and I do not
Hmm.
see how Percy could do that in the show. I don't think that Percy is going to see her as a friend. I he's going to see her as at very best an uneasy ally, but I don't think that they're going to be friends, especially in this next season. Now maybe they can grow, and this next book he can eventually grow into becoming her friend, but I do feel like it's going to be a different kind of relationship they have.
Oh, for sure.
And it's that added tension. I feel like they try to make the relationship so much more complicated. And going into book three, I feel like they're telescoping her big decision she's going to have to make. No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers, but
It kind of makes less sense.
yeah,
Like
and there's part of it's there's part of it that does make sense. Like part of the reason that she makes the decision is part of the reason that Zeus wanted to use her as a weapon, and that kind of affects her decision at the end of the next season as well. So I kind of see that, but at the same time, the position that she is in right now, I would not be like, if I was just reading this as a as a book, I would not be surprised if she was on Luke's side in the next book.
I wouldn't be
Like the
surprised if Percy found out the true story and he was on his side too. I mean,
yeah.
It's such a
you kind of
crucial moment in the series. Like, we're getting into the really, really good stuff now, you know?
and I did love the Poseidon. I love that actor too, so I love the Poseidon parts. I feel like they captured that whole dad moment they have in every book. That's just one chapter of him and dad talking.
Yeah.
But you
So
know,
I read this. Sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, and I honestly will tell you, on the whole, Tyson is the most redeemable thing about this entire season. Like they took a character that was already good and did make him better. He's better character. So I'll give him that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I remember at the beginning of the season, you were talking about how your most anticipated thing for the season was Tyson, and you were just hoping that they would get Tyson right. And I really think that
Hmm.
they did a great job with Tyson and honestly, improved on him from the book. I think that he is a more he's a character with even more depth than he had in the book, which is saying a lot because Tyson is a great character.
Absolutely. And honestly, I don't think there's another character that has his improvement in writing. And maybe Clarice, she's a little less abrasive, but then at the same time, I just kind of, I don't get her appeal in the show. She's not. She's a good character, but I guess, I don't know. She doesn't have as much personality as she does in the book.
Books, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that a
Uh,
lot.
Yeah. What was one thing that you were really hoping that they would do right, and how do you think that they did overall, Brad, as far as the whole season or just this episode or anything in general?
See, I'm like a bad critic because I enjoyed it overall, you know, and it has been a
I
while.
really enjoyed it as well. No, I really enjoyed the season overall. I've been talking pretty negatively about the episode, but that was mainly just this one decision.
Yeah.
But
I think for me overall with the series, I kind of wanted the characters to be older than what they are. I mean, I know how old they are in the books, but I just feel like these characters look younger, so I'm like not as attached in a way. You know what I mean? But
mhm.
overall, I love it. It's great. I can't really say much else about it.
No, I absolutely do. I love this season. Like, especially compared to the first season, I think that they're doing an incredible job adapting this second book. The pacing is so much better. I feel like they made great great decisions as far as the pacing went, because like I said last episode, they did a wonderful job where it is like a mirror image, where they spend the first episode at camp and the last episode at camp, and the second episode and the second to last episode are both on the Princess Andromeda. And so the 4 episode in the middle, they're all in the Sea of Monsters. So it's like this very symmetrical image, and it's telling this story about how the journey home is just as hard as the journey there. And so that's a big message of it. But it is also like they told all the stories that they needed to tell. Like they didn't make any glaring mistakes like they did in season 1.
Yes, I agree with that, because I feel like season 1 had a lot of different plot holes that weren't answered from, the Lightning Thief. Whereas, like you said, this series felt a lot better in terms of the story.
Yeah. Iron Tyrant, welcome back. He's in the chat. He says, I don't understand how she, Thalia, is going to become a hunter at the end of season 3 because she doesn't like the gods. Why would she side with Artemis?
Valid.
Exactly.
Valid.
Yeah, that's like a very valid point, and I think that
frame that.
Iron Tyrant, we're going to be coming back to.
That's what I was alluding to myself.
Yeah,
that was the big decision. It's like, why would you even want to at this point?
Yeah, especially because, like, again, she really doesn't like the gods, and especially
she has no reason to. The show's made them so horrible. They're horrible, more horrible than they already are.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do a really good job. Like Artemis and Apollo are going to have to be so likable at the beginning of the next season, for them to like redeem redeem their image so far. Which, speaking of, do you guys have any fan casts for who should be cast as Artemis or Apollo?
I don't know. That's tough.
There's one for Apollo that I really like. Hold on.
So when I read the books now, all I ever pick in my head is Alexios from Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
I just picture that whole Greek god kind of looked like that would be a good Apollo look.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? He's from Pittsburgh. His name's like Joe Manangelo or something like that, I think.
Joe Manganiello?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I want him. Either Apollo. That's who.
Oh, see, I'm a big. Did you guys ever watch like Austin and Ally, or the Teen Beach movie? Ross.
You going Ross Lynch? Yeah.
Yeah. He's my pick for Apollo. I think that he would be so perfect in that role.
That's like the end of my Disney days there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were in my kids' Disney days. That's how I know.
I was gonna say I did, that was like a little after my Disney days, but I do remember him very vividly, and he does look like I've always imagined Apollo looking, especially if he like maybe grew out his hair just a little bit.
I could see it. I think the personality's got to be done right. Apollo is so vapid and abrasive.
Yes, very, very flamboyant, and
as crazy as it sounds, I think Glenn Powell would be a good one.
Glenn Powell would be sweet. Yeah.
With the attitude, with the snark, I think Glenn Powell would be a good one. Joe Keery, Stranger Things. Joe Keery could do it.
Yeah.
I feel like Glenn Powell's kind of too big though to be in the show.
I think he is. I think they'd have to give him pretty good money.
And to think he started Spy Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Tyrant says Jennifer Lawrence as Artemis would be sweet.
Yeah. Katniss throwback.
Katniss Everdeen for the archery throwback.
Yeah. I could see that.
Or Anya Taylor-Joy.
That'd be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Like who's
Be a
the
little
gal
more
who's
serious.
playing Millie Alcock, the gal who plays who's playing Supergirl, or
House
she
of the
was
Dragon.
young Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon. Yeah, and she's already pulled off the blonde wig.
Yes.
Hear me out. Hear me out. The Alexandra Daddario, the one who played Annabeth in the movies, would be a good one.
Okay. Okay.
That might just
I
be because
have
I'm sweet on her, though. So
that's fair. She was in. Oh, what the heck was she in? White Lotus. She was in the first season of White Lotus,
yeah.
and she was really good. She was really, really. I love White Lotus. Well, do we have any more thoughts on Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 2 before we move on to something else?
I'm gonna remain cautiously optimistic for season 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have ratings out of 10 for season 2? If you don't have them ready, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
I'm gonna give it a solid 7 out of 10.
I was gonna say 7.5. That's what came to me.
I was leaning towards 7.5 myself, but
Yeah,
there's a couple changes that I have enough issue with that I'm gonna knock a point off. It would have been 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it was really close to 8 out of 10 for me too. But I agree. Like the last ending decision is so baffling to me that it is a 7.5 out of 10. If they pull it off and it works out in season 3, then I may come back and review it more positively. But at this point, it's going to have to be a 7.5.
Yeah, it's it definitely, the finale lost at points instead of gaining at points. It was a good finale. I'm not trying to be overly critical, but I'm also going to be overly critical. So
that's very fair. Moving on to our next topic. Have you guys watched the new movie, A Night of the Set, or the new show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms? And what do you guys think of it if you have watched it?
I watched the first episode this weekend, actually, so it's kind of cool.
Nice.
We're talking about
Nice.
this. Now, I haven't read the book, but I really enjoyed the first episode. I think it's got a lot of potential for a great show. I think they're anything Game of Thrones in that realm. I just love the TV shows.
Yeah, I think they're cooking out of their minds with this show. It's incredibly faithful to the book. Like the first episode is very faithful to the first little bit of the book. Like they obviously, like, the book is very short, so they added stuff to it, but it all makes sense. Like the stuff they're adding all makes sense, and it's not like changing anything from the book at all. They're just adding stuff that could have happened or would have happened into it. And I really, really loved the first episode. And I'm so excited for the next one to come out here in just a few hours, actually.
Yeah. I think the whole the Dunk and Egg character binding, that duo is just going to be filled with comedic relief, as well as I could just see a whole heartwarming situation coming out of it as well. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a very like cozy show. It's like we haven't gotten to a lot of the turning yet, but up to this point it's like very, except for like the opening scene there for a little bit, it is honestly, like, yeah, I just kind of want to settle down in Westeros and just hang out. Like we're not getting burned to death in the Riverlands right now. But like the reach is where you want to be, and it really does look like it, because it just looks so cozy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The opening scene, I was like, "Oh boy, here we go again," and then it just kind of settles, like you said. It just settles in. It's cozy. You really are just soaking everything in as that happens, and it's gonna be good.
Yeah. What did you think about it, Brandon? Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did.
It's actually a retelling of his youth.
It is. I'm actually Egg's grandson.
You mean grandfather?
Brienne of Tarth?
I am. I'm Brienne's illegitimate brother.
You mean
Oh,
your
okay.
ex-grandfather?
Wait, you're Aegon Targaryen the third?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Wait, that would mean I have a dragon, so I would take that. That would be worth it. I'd be okay with being ancient if I had a dragon. I think the show. I
you
think
could be Viserys and sorry.
yeah. I like the tonal shift of the show. I like that it's more upbeat, more cozy, more character driven. There's not 1,000 people to keep up with. Um, I read the book, so I kind of know what's coming. So I won't ruin anything for B-Rad there, but I can't wait to see that character cohesion that those two are going to have. And I think it's going to be fun. I hope it's fun. Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
How big is the book?
It's not too big. It's a
not very long
novella.
at all. It's really, really short, honestly.
Oh, maybe I'll cram it all out this week.
Yeah, you could probably do it in a day, honestly.
If you do, yeah, you really could. If you want, I really I know that I really enjoy audiobooks in general, but Harry Lloyd, one of the who does he play? He plays one of the he plays Viserys, like the doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's Viserys, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Daenerys' brother, Viserys, not old Viserys. He voices the audiobook for it, and it is so good. It is worth the whatever price it is, because it's so worth it.
Hate him in the show, but I can't deny he's got a great voice.
He does phenomenal voice. Yeah, I really think this is like a real change from what we're getting in as far as the shows, because I'm more excited than anyone for the next season of House of the Dragon. It's going to be the most bombastic thing ever, especially with what's coming in the first episode. Like it's basically all already confirmed that the first episode is going to be crazy. But
stuff's hitting the fan.
I'm really excited. Yeah, it's hitting the fan real bad. But in that. Yeah, dragons, everyone, explosions. It's gonna be sweet. I'm very excited. But this is something different that we haven't seen. Is that it's really a view of what the life is like for the common folk of Westeros. And we kind of get, and we get to see a different view of the world. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I think. Oh,
sure. Our special guest for the day is the dog, not the cat. Go, dog.
Severo. But
your dog is named Severo?
He is. This is Severo Albarca.
It's perfect too.
That's amazing. He looks like a Severo too.
He's a mischievous monster. Okay.
Yes.
No face kisses. Okay.
Oh, that's adorable.
No. Down.
But as you were saying, Casey, I think it's great that you do see this side with the common folk instead of the tops of the houses that we see in House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones throughout it. So I'm excited for that as well.
Yeah. Not to spoil the show, but that's the point of it, and that's what some of the characters in the show learn as well, is they learn some of what it's like to be a common person as well. So I am really excited for you to watch the rest of the season, and hopefully have you back on so you can watch some more, or so we can chat some more about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms as that comes up.
We'll try and work around my schedule, and we'll make it happen.
I was gonna say I know that my schedule, and I'm sure that your schedule, are gonna get busier as we go on, but we'll for sure try and make that happen. So any the Seven Kingdom before we move on to our 2 games that we have planned?
No,
I don't think
have
so.
anything.
All right. What do we want to do first? Do we want to do a draft or a bracket first?
Go alphabetical bracket.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Bracket? Okay. Okay. Well, we'll do the bracket. So this bracket is it's book series, and it is vaguely it's kind of seeded off of how like the best selling books, like fantasy and sci-fi book series of all time, with some additions added in to make sure that we get to talk about some of our favorite series. So we'll see those as they come up. The first matchup, which is one of the ones that got kind of mixed around, so we could have some others in there, is the Lord of the Rings book series versus the Foundation trilogy by Isaac Asimov.
No.
And we're picking our winner here. Like who advances? I mean, I'm Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Lord of the Rings as well. I know that the Foundation trilogy is really good. I have not personally read it, but I've heard that it's really good. Yeah.
I tried
but
once.
I honestly haven't read it.
I've heard some mixed reviews about it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too, and I don't know if I want to read it either. So
yeah.
I'll
watch the Apple show and see how they do it.
Yeah. All right, our next matchup is the Kingslayer Chronicle versus Throne of Glass.
Oh, we already know my answer.
This one's a little tougher for me.
Oh,
that is tough.
I haven't read Throne of Glass personally.
Kingslayer is
but
refresh me here.
So that's
is that Patrick
Name of the Wind
Rothfuss?
is the second. It's
Rothfuss, however you say his name.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that Name of the Wind?
Rothfuss. Yeah,
it is.
So it's incomplete. So I got to go Throne of Glass.
Yeah, it's not complete. Throne of Glass, and I would not do that to you. Yeah, it's really good as well. But
yeah, Throne of Glass.
If Shane is watching this, he's going to be very upset, but that's okay.
He's going to be
Shane. I love you and congratulations.
Oh yeah.
The next matchup, which this is when the matchups get to be a little silly. We have Dune versus Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I've got to go Percy Jackson. I love Dune, but Percy Jackson. The Dune novels are just so inconsistent. Like Dune itself, the first book is probably one of my top 5 favorite books of all time, but the sequels are just so inconsistent and hard to get into.
I like to say Dune, after you get to the first book, the books are like the setting, sandy and dry at points.
Yes, very exciting at some points, but very sandy and dry. And he does the same thing that old Brando Sando likes to do, which is everything happens in the last 4 chapters of the book. The next matchup is the Chronicles of Narnia versus Ender's Game. 2 very different series.
I don't know why I like this matchup though.
It's kind of sweet, right?
Yeah, it's difficult.
I was gonna say that's a 50-50. Oh man,
have you guys read all the Ender's Game books?
I have, and I've read all of the Chronicles of Narnia as well.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go solely off of personal enjoyment. The Chronicles of Narnia.
I'm gonna go Ender's Game. Just because of the twist.
Make me do this.
And to put Casey, I'm painting Casey into the corner. Now he's got to be the tiebreaker.
I know. I've got to go with Ender's Game. The first time that you read Ender's Game, that absolutely devastating twist is just
I forgot about that.
I was just going sheerly off the gut punch
Yeah,
because it's got one of the best of all time.
it does.
Yeah. All right. The next one is Fahrenheit 451 versus A Song of Ice and Fire.
Ice and Fire.
Yeah,
Ice
Song
and
of
Fire.
Ice and Fire.
Yeah. Fahrenheit 450, good book. Not even, probably doesn't belong on this list, but we need some low seed books. So
Gotta have some
the
wild
next
cards.
matchup. Exactly. The next matchup is the Hunger Games versus the Cosmere.
Cosmere.
Yeah, you guys know my answer. It's the Cosmere, but the Hunger Games is very good as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry, even though I'm like not complete. Mistborn Era 1, great.
Yeah,
The
phenomenal.
Way of Kings, the ending of Words of Radiance, just
Crazy, right? Like amazing.
yeah. Adolin.
Adolin's you're
Savage.
not even to the best Adolin. You're not even to the best Adolin parts. The best Adolin, like Adolin is great through the first couple books, but his like the fifth book is where Adolin really, really shines.
I saw a mild spoiler, but I couldn't look away. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I'm gonna vote Cosmere, even though I haven't
Wheel
done
of
anything.
Time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just throwing my hat in with the Cosmere just because I won't make any friends, but I found the Hunger Games as I progressed through it to be not as entertaining as I wanted. It didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. So
Yeah. The ending is kind of whack, honestly.
yeah. So yeah. Next matchup, Cosmere, straight flush.
Yeah. Straight flush. The next matchup, there won the Wheel of Time versus 1984.
Oh, I'm gonna go Wheel of Time simply off my love of Perrin.
I've only read the first 2 books of Wheel of Time, but I struggled getting through 1984, so I'm gonna go Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I'm halfway through the first book and I'm still going Wheel of Time because it is pretty great so far, honestly.
Yeah, it's got some good characters at least.
Again. We'll see if we can do this again. Oh, sorry, did I lose you guys?
Oh, you're here.
Yep, we got you.
For now, maybe not. And back to an intermission with Brad and Brandon.
Okay, this. Sorry. Next match, Harry Potter versus.
Casey's doing his robot impression.
Yeah. I heard Harry Potter versus
Red Rising.
Oh, good. It's not the matchup that I thought was going to happen. Red Rising all day.
Red Rising.
We got Cassius Al-Baloney here.
Right.
Get Harry Potter out of here.
Yeah.
Red Rising. Red Rising sweeps.
I'll take all the smoke for anybody that watches this. Red Rising every day of the week.
Yeah. No, it's better. All right. Next, we have Lord of the Rings versus Throne of Glass. I'm sorry, Brad. He's pissed.
We're putting.
He's left. Brad has left the chat.
Yes. He's got to go ponder it now.
Okay.
I will say this should be in the finals. These are both great.
I hate that I'm gonna do this right now. I just need y'all to be quiet. Let me talk. Off of pure writing, okay? Because I have read both of them. Throne of Glass was written by Sarah J. Maas when she was 16 and developed over time, where Tolkien puts together a masterpiece throughout the whole thing. So I have to go with The Lord of the Rings.
That's my vote too, Lord of the Rings, just simply because the man created a story and then literally died still telling the same story.
Yes.
Yeah, the fact that he wrote a whole language for, like, he wrote Elvish, he created a language for it. He was a linguist professor. Like, that's incredibly impressive. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
it has to beat out Throne of Glass.
It has to.
It's tough
That is
for
a bummer,
him.
though.
I haven't read enough Throne of Glass, but I mean, and if you understand all the underlying issues he had and how he wrote those books as therapy for himself because of PTSD from the war and environmentalism, and
and him and C.S. Lewis writing letters back to each other and including each other in their books in symbolical ways. And yeah, it's an incredible story. It has to pass through.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
All right. Next matchup is Percy Jackson versus Ender's Game.
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson, yeah. Yeah. That should not have been as easy of a matchup as it was, but Percy Jackson is just so good.
Yeah.
And now it is time for me to go take a mental break because it is A Song of Ice and Fire versus Cosmere. I'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes. I'm just kidding,
That's a tough one.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's I'm going Ice and Fire just because I don't know enough about the Cosmere. So
Yeah, I have to go Song of Ice and Fire because I have read all of the books. Well, most of the books, more than I have in the Cosmere.
Yeah, I'm gonna I know that it's not passing through, but I'm throwing my vote with the Cosmere, just because I have finished it, and I do not think that we're going to, at least while George Martin is alive, get the rest of the Song of Ice and Fire series, and Brandon Sanderson has a plan to finish up the Cosmere. But and like I just enjoy the Cosmere so much, but again, it does get my hair through.
Robot.
And so
I know.
sorry.
And back to another intermission.
Next, yeah.
We lost you for a second.
Yeah, you're reconnecting.
Sorry. Let's try.
You did a sweet Cosmere remix, though. It was like Cosmere.
We could have put that in a club.
For sure. A little dubstep.
Okay, how about now?
Good.
Okay. Have I told you that I hate my internet so much? I apologize. I hate that it's like this. Our next matchup is Wheel of Time versus Red Rising.
Red Rising.
Not even going to answer. You know
Red
my
Rising.
answer.
I read through the first 3 Red Rising books in like a week because I just could not put them down, and I am still working on the first book of Wheel of Time, like almost a month in. So yeah.
Casey, have you read all of Red Rising?
No, just the first 3. I'm stuck on Iron Gold right now.
Oh no. Brad's leaving. See you later.
I know.
Yeah, he's only got like 30% of the pop of the book series.
Oh, you just got the appetizer.
I know. I've heard that. I'm just slogging my way through Iron Gold right now.
It's like the Big Bang Theory episode where Howard goes to get a tattoo and he starts saying ow, and she's like, that's just the alcohol prep. That's the first 3 books. The needle hasn't even sunk in yet.
I know. I need to get through it.
I think it's like
I listen to it a little bit every day, but yeah.
I feel like the first series you go on, like the first three, you go on like a date with a very attractive person, and you're like, oh, this is fantastic. And then the last three books, like you take them back for movies at the house, and you realize they're a psychopath.
You leave your date and your car is on fire and your parents are dead in the street for some reason. Like it's full on revenge.
and you realize that your date was Pierce Brown in a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood. Perfect song.
Right.
Oh man.
And I'm pretty sure that guy's
Alright,
becoming
well,
a cult leader too. So
Yeah, they call him Pierce Brown.
yeah.
legit. So our finals for the best book series is Lord of the Rings, Percy Jackson, A Song of Ice and Fire, and Red Rising.
This is gonna get complicated.
Does anyone want to weigh in on our first matchup? I think that one probably has to win, even though I enjoy the other one better. I like one way better, but I think the other one, for the reasons that we have previously stated, probably has to win.
Yes.
I want to vote the other way, but I think that Lord of the Rings probably has to win again. But I enjoy Percy Jackson way better.
Uncle Rick does a great job, but I have to go with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I also do. But what do you think, Brandon?
You gonna crash out now?
I'm seriously, and my brain is glitching.
Grab the life alert before you have a heart attack.
Help! I fallen and I can't get up. I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm going Percy over Lord of the Rings.
You already lost the vote, so I'm sorry.
I know. I mean, it's over. So I'm gonna tell you though. I think that Percy Jackson is a complete perfect series, and it might be just kind of when I read it, how I read it, for my own emotional enjoyment. I love Lord of the Rings. I mean, I just went to see the movies again in the theater, but in all due fairness, the books can be very verbose. They can be very descriptive.
He spends 3 pages describing a tree, but also, if that's not the best tree description, if I haven't used that exact tree description in one of my D&D campaigns, then I am a liar, because I definitely have.
I'm gonna leave it at this. This is what I'll say. I feel like I lived in Percy Jackson's world with Percy in the books. When I read Lord of the Rings, I feel like I'm visiting Tolkien's mind. I don't think I'm a member of that mind, if that makes any sense.
Stop making me feel dumb.
I mean, just like, I don't know, I'm just more emotionally invested. That's tough. I hate to even say that, though. But I'm still, okay, I'm voting Percy. We're moving on, or I'll keep talking.
Okay, all right. The other side of the matchup is A Song of Ice and Fire versus Red Rising. Now, I'm going to vote one way, and you guys can beat me up later, because I haven't finished the series, but I have read all the A Song of Ice and Fire novels. I have read all the I have read all the parent material. I have read Blood and Fire. I have read all the Duncan Egg novels, and I have not yet finished Red Rising. So I'm going to vote that way, but I will let you guys outvote me now, and you guys can beat me up later.
I'm gonna let Brad go first.
Here's what I have to say. Actually, I'm speechless. Red Rising. It's just that good.
I'm not speechless. Here's what I'm going to say. Casey, you haven't finished A Song of Ice and Fire because it's not finished. Red Rising for the win. Red Rising.
Red Rising isn't finished either. Pierce Brown might die.
Red God's coming out this year.
All right.
Brandon and I are going to trauma bond over it.
Absolutely. I'm taking a month off work. I'm just going to take a whole month.
And I'm flying to Mississippi.
Oh man. Okay. All right. All right. Red Rising can go through. All right. Um, now for the real pain. Lord of the Rings is up against Red Rising.
It's tough. I feel like a fraud saying Red Rising, but I'm going Red Rising. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be me if I voted for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You know what? F it, we ball. Red Rising wins.
I will remain silent so that I don't get beat up again.
Listen, I think Brandon and I are going to get roasted anyway for voting for Red Rising over Lord of the Rings, but I don't care. Come at me.
That's
That's
it.
fair.
That's it. Yeah. I want all the smoke. Give it to me. I'm ready. I got nothing to lose.
I live in smoke.
I'm counting the toes right now, and there's 10 of them, and I'm standing on all 10.
Firm.
Oh man. Well, with that, Red Rising was the champion of our book series bracket. We have a draft that we can do, or we can call it a night. It's up to you guys.
What's the draft? Let's do the draft. I'm game.
The draft is the best swordsman in fantasy.
Fantasy and sci-fi, right?
Fantasy and sci-fi, obviously. Yeah. So
Okay.
so lightsabers, razors, all included.
Okay. This is going to be tough.
And since you are a new guest on the podcast, we do snake drafts here. So that means that with 3 people, if you go first, you get 1 pick. The second person gets 1 pick. The third person gets 2 picks, and then it goes back and forth like that.
Gotcha. All right. First
Oh,
pick.
and Brad, don't forget anime counts because technically it's
Yeah.
written word before it was a show.
Since I'm just going to stay on theme. First pick, Darrow Lycos.
Valid pick.
Staying on theme.
Brandon, do you want to go middle, or do you want to go third and get your 2 picks in the row?
I'm going third. I want double picks.
Oh, I already know what you're doing here. I already know what you're doing.
Okay. Give me the Sword of the Morning. Give me Sir Arthur Dane from A Song of Ice and Fire.
Okay. Over Sirio Florell? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yes.
So I get 2 now.
Yeah, hit me with what I already know you're going to say.
You know I'm going to pick Cassius, right?
Yes.
But to stay on theme, as you put it, I'm taking in his prime Lornau Arcos. The Razor Master himself. The Willow Way.
All right.
Now you're up, Casey. Who you got next?
Yeah.
How many are we picking each?
We can do 3 or 5 each, whatever you guys want to do.
We got to do 5. We can't do 3. I already picked 2. No, we got to do 5.
All right. We'll do 5. I'm going to go with the man, the myth, the legend, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Smart. Right. I like it.
Do axes count?
Yeah. We can throw axes in.
All right, then I'm gonna go to play off you. I'm gonna go Anakin Skywalker and then Orca Skull Splitter from Bloodsworn.
All right.
Solid.
Oh, ooh. Wait, I don't know.
All right. For my third pick, if you're happy with your picks, Brad.
Yes. I'm game planner here. I'm scheming.
All right, all right. For my third pick, I'm going to go prime Luke Castellan. Uh, in his absolute in his prime, Luke was the best swordsman at Camp Half Blood. He was only bested by Percy when Percy was juiced up with ocean water. Give me prime Luke Castellan.
That's smart though. So
All right, Brandon.
this is my another double pick, right?
Yes, yeah. You get two.
Um. Hmm. I guess just stick on theme. Do I want to? I almost wanted to say Darth Bane, but I feel like not that many people are going to know who he is.
Go with Darth Bane. I'm down for it.
I know who
Um,
Darth Bane is.
See, you guys get it. Okay, so I'll go Darth Bane, and I have a dark horse candidate that I'm saving for number 5. So my number 4 pick has to be Aragorn. I got it.
All right. All right.
That's tough.
Oh, who do I want for my fourth pick? Man. I don't know. Give me. You know what? Give me Adolin Colin.
Oh, I'm at a rough spot here.
I think we just took Brad's next 2 picks.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, because this is 4 and 5 here. All right.
Yeah. You're on your last 2.
I wouldn't be me. I have to say, Aelin Galathinius from Throne of Glass. I have to say it. Wouldn't be on brand with me. But then, dang. No, I'll keep to Papa Gwyn characters too, and I'll go Corbin Ben Thanon from the Faithful and the Fallen.
All right.
Or wait, I might have quoted that wrong.
And I would not be me if I did not go with another Cosmere character. So I'm going to go with Prime Dalinar Colin, the Blackthorn.
The Blackthorn.
Nice.
Right. The one who brings it all together.
Yes.
One day I'm going to get these
Unite
references.
them.
So this is me for the finale, right? This number 5.
That's your sleeper
This is
pick.
you for the finale.
I got one for y'all. You ready?
I swear, if I kick my phone again with this one,
Inigo Montoya, Princess Bride.
No. Oh no, you rascal! You absolute rascal!
Yeah.
you dirty dog.
Now I waffled on what I'm gonna call my my runner up, which would have been Zorro.
Zorro.
But
Why didn't any of us pick Wesley, the only one who ever beat him?
It's true. That is true. And I thought about that. I almost said Dread Pirate Roberts, but I decided
Yeah,
Inigo Montoya is such a. You're not left-handed. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
He's possibly one of my favorite. Well, he is one of my favorite fictional characters of all time,
he's sweet.
book
Do you
and
guys know
movie.
that did you know that that's all the actors in those scenes? They both legitimately learned to sword fight so that they could act in those scenes. Like there are no stunt actors in those scenes.
That's awesome.
Well, Mandy Patinkin is a method actor, so he got so like into it that
Yeah.
oh, what's his name?
Uh,
That plays Wesley.
yeah, I can't remember his name.
Carrie Elways. He wanted to keep up, so he learned too.
Yeah.
I was one of those kids that watched like bonus features on the DVDs.
Yeah. I watched a whole 45-minute documentary the other day about them learning to sword fight.
Yeah.
and
See.
Like Mandy Patinkin had already had like 3 months of training by the time that by the time the other guy showed up, so he was just like catching up the whole time.
Yeah.
It's sweet. So for our lists of the for the best sword fighters in sci-fi and fantasy, Brad, you had Darrow Lycos, Anakin Skywalker, Orcus Skull Splitter, Aelin. I cannot fully
Aelin
pronounce his name.
Galathinius.
Yes, and Corbin.
Ben Thanon. Yep.
For you, Brandon, you had Cassius Abelona, Lauren, Darth Bane, Aragorn, and Inigo Montoya. And I had Arthur Dane, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Castellan, Adolin, and Dalinar Kholin. So if you guys are watching, or if you are watching later, please be sure to let us know who won this draft. This is a pretty tight one. There are a lot of very skilled swordsmen on this list. So please let us know down in the comments who won this draft.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough.
I think it's not even close. Clean sweep, me.
I don't know about that.
The only trouble I have, Daddy Dalinar. That's it.
Listen.
I was
There's one
gonna
guy
say,
on
but you
here
got
who,
you got Darrow, so
I was gonna say
well,
Hadrian
there's
Marlowe.
also going on. There's also one guy on here, the guy who almost beat 4 shard bearers at once. Old Adolin Kholin. He's a beast, and Dalinar's a beast. So don't count them out. All right. Well, with that, I think that's going to wrap up our podcast for the night. Thank you guys so much for listening. Guys, Brad, why don't you start us off by telling the people where they can find you?
You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. It's bradsbooks, B_radsbooks. And that's where I normally post. And thank you for having me on this. This was fun.
It was so much fun. Thank you so much for coming on. I legit, we're going to have you on again because it was a great time.
I appreciate it.
And Brandon, where can the people find you?
On TikTok, of course. Kuyon Reader. Couyon.
And the nursing home.
It's true. It's true. It's actually coming up on pudding time now.
Yeah. It's pudding time. Well, my name is Casey. This has been the Oracle Podcast. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, on Instagram, both, and on TikTok, all at the Oracle Podcast. Be sure to follow our excellent guests. Be sure to follow Brandon and Brad on TikTok, and be sure to rate this. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to drop us a like and subscribe. And if you're watching anywhere else, be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends how much fun this podcast is to listen to, because it is so much fun to make. And with that, this has been your prophecy. I've been your Oracle, and it's been the Oracle Podcast. podcast.